Hi students, so in this video I'm going to show you how to end the month of JSIP's company and how to extract reports. And before we extract reports, we have to enter the depreciation transactions as well as the valuation of closing entry for stock that needs to be recorded in profit and loss income statement and statement of financial position or profit and loss account and balance sheet. So here's the first requirement. From the information provided in attachment 5, prepare journal entries for staff salaries on 31st of January 2019 and post these journal entries in the relevant account. So I have already answered this in the previous video where I entered all these last three transactions. So you can see on 31st of January 2019 I entered these three transactions, so which is available in the previous recording. So I can tick this requirement. The second requirement is calculate the VAT for the period from 1st of January 2019 up to 31st of January 2019. Bear in mind that this JSIP's company transactions are only for a month, and the month is starting from 1st of January up till 31st of January 2019. So I need to then run a VAT return report. So if I go to my Sage software, I will click on VAT, and then on the top there is VAT run report, and you can see at the moment the date is 1st of January 2022, so I need to change this date to 1st of January 2019 until 31st of January 2019. Now on the right hand side you can see there is a VAT return report. So in real life this is how a VAT return report looks like on HMRC's website, and we have to enter these figures into the relevant boxes or relevant sections. So you can see there are 9 sections. In the first section I have to enter the VAT on all the sales and VAT due in this period on EC acquisitions. EC means European Commission, so European Union, and then total, and then VAT on my purchases, and then I need to net it off. So VAT on sales is payable to HMRC, whereas VAT on purchases is claimable from HMRC. So the good thing about Sage software is when we entered every transaction we selected T9 and the VAT was calculated. So now this software will work out the total VAT on sales and total VAT on purchases. Remember that in this company, JSIP's company, we did not have any EC transactions. So all I need to do is press on calculate VAT, and you can see there are 15 transactions that has got VAT involved. So if I press OK, so you can see that VAT on total sales is 11,421.92, which I need to pay to HMRC. At the bottom in box number 4, in section 4, you can see the total VAT on purchases is £21,005.20, which I will claim from HMRC. So HMRC do not want me to pay 11,000 and then claim 21 back from them. HMRC says that I should net it off and work out, is it payable or claimable. So I can see that £9,583.28 is reclaimable from HMRC. Next, I need to press reconcile VAT. So at the bottom you can see in box number C6, this is the total sales, and in box number 7 this is the total purchases. And then I'll press reconcile VAT, then press yes, and now you can see this is all reconciled. Over here you can see the date is 31st of January 2019. Total VAT on sales, total VAT on purchases, and then I need to press post journal. Whenever I will receive this money from HMRC, then I'll press post bank receipt, and you can see the net amount is 9,583, which I can reclaim from HMRC. So I'm going to press post journal, and I will wait. In practical life, I will wait once the money is received from HMRC, then I'll go back onto this and press post bank receipt. But since I have not received any money from HMRC, so I will leave this icon. I will not press it, and then press close, and you can see there's a stamp, electronic stamp, says reconciled. Now to double check, I can always go back to my nominal codes and click on trial balance and press preview, and over here I have to select the end of the month. So you can see the January is the first month, so this is first. This is not 1st of January, because you can see after 1 there is a semicolon. So this is not 2nd of February, this is month. February is the 2nd month, March is the 3rd month. So I'm going to press January, press OK, and now you can see that month 1 is January 2019, which is appearing on the top. And I can see that there is a VAT. See, as I said, this is the VAT amount which we will be reclaiming from HMRC, this amount. And that's why it is appearing on the debit side, means it's receivable. So I can see that it is appearing in the trial balance because I pressed on post transaction. And if I look at the bottom, all the debits are equal to all the credits. So my trial balance has been updated. So I can tick this. Third requirement is run a month-end visit to post motor vehicle depreciation to the relevant account. So if I scroll up a bit, you can see that this is the detail of depreciation which I entered into the Sage when I was recording transaction number. If I remember, it was transaction somewhere over here. We bought a motor van. Second transaction was motor van, and at the same time we entered all the details which is in note number 1, and this is note number 1. So let me go to Sage Software and show you where we entered these details. So here's the Sage Software. If I click on Fix Assets, you can see this is the Renault van. If I double click on it and click on Postings, so you can see that all these details were entered, and over here the software calculated £46 as the depreciation for the month of January. So this is not for the whole year but only for 1 month. So if I close it, and then I need to go to Tools and hover my mouse over period end, and then bring my mouse over month end, not the year end but month end. Press yes. Now because it's the end of the month, I need to enter some transactions which are recorded at the end of the month. So before I do that, you can see that the date, today's date, 13th of, the date is incorrect. So what I can do is, instead of entering the date every time, I can come out of this pop-up window, and I'll show you how to change the software date. So you can see at the bottom it's appearing as 13th of March 2022. So if I go back to settings, click on change program date, so you can see today's date is appearing. So I can change that to 31st of January 2019 and press OK. So you can see at the bottom software date has been changed. Now if I go back to tools, click period end, month end, so you can see the date is 31st of January 2019. Now whenever I'll close the Sage software and log into Sage software again, the date will change. So I will always have to change the date when I'm preparing some reports or entering data into this company. So at the moment you can see include depreciation of fixed asset, tick the box. Include any accruals. Accrual means payments which we have not paid but they are due for payment. Just tick it. If there are any, the software will calculate. Include any prepayments at the end of the month, click it. Set up the month to date, set your month to date turnover to 0, no, ignore it. Prevent new transactions before this date, yeah, we are not entering. This is usually the case where someone else is also entering details into the software from another computer. So I will leave that unticked because there is no one entering the details apart from me. And then I'll press month and yes, press yes. You can see the month end process for January 2019 has been completed. Press OK. Now I can go back to my trial balance and check if the depreciation figure has been recorded or posted. When I'll click on trial balance, press preview. I'll change the month to January, press OK. And you can see that Motorman depreciation 46 has been recorded on the debit side, and the accumulated depreciation has been recorded on the credit side. And you can see the total of the debit has changed, and both the debit total and the credit total are equal. Now I can close this window. So I have posted the depreciation into my books. Number 4, run a closing stock visit and post the closing stock in the relevant account. Right, if I go back to my Sage, this time I will go to products and services. And you can see there's a free stock. We have 40 Canon, we have 35 Nikon, 12 Sony, and 40 Tamron lens. And if you remember that we set up these products into the Sage software, and every time we were setting up the product, we were entering the product purchase price and the sales price. So you can see the sales price is appearing over here, but the purchase price is already also recorded in the system. And if I want to double check, I can double click on any product and I can see that the price of each product, purchase price, is in the system. So system is aware of the purchase price. Now I do not have to manually calculate what is the closing inventory. I will simply click on stock valuation. But before I click on stock valuation, I have to make sure that either I don't select any product, or if I select, I better select all of them. Because if I'll just select one product and press stock valuation, it will only calculate the stock of one product for me. So either don't select any of these products, any of the 4 products. If you have selected and you cannot unselect it, it is not letting me unselect. So what I can do is I can just press my control button on the keyboard and then select all of them. If I come out of this window and go back again, yes, all of them have been selected. So now if I click on stock valuation, you can see at the moment the stock valued is 00 because it has not been calculated. And you can see the date. Once I have changed the software date, I do not have to change the date each time I want to prepare a report. In the details, I can write closing stock. Closing stock. So these are the nominal codes which have already been selected by the software. So I can find out what are the names of these accounts or nominal codes. So you can see 1001 is for the stock and 5201 is for closing stock. And then I'll press calculate, and you can see how quickly the software is calculating the closing stock of each product, multiplying it by their purchase price. And then I'll press post transactions, and then I'll close it. Now I can double check by clicking on the nominal codes and click on trial balance, run, change it, and you can see that the stock is appearing on the debit side, which will be recorded in the statement of financial position, and at the same time closing stock has been recorded on the credit side, which will be recorded in the income statement. Next is the audit trail, a summary report for transactions from 1st of January 2019 until 31st of January 2019. So there is an extra 0, just ignore it. So audit trail is a report which actually prints all the transactions which are in the Sage software. So for the whole month I have been entering transactions for JSUBS company. So that will be reported in an audit trail report. So to do that, I will click on transactions. So you can see all these transactions which I have entered into the software. On the top, I have audit trail report. I will click on audit trail report because the requirement is to have summary. So I'll click on summary. I can have it on landscape, output, click, change the date to 1st of January 19 until 31st of December 2019. Press OK, and this is the audit trail report, and you can see all the transactions are recorded here. So you can see that the first transaction is BR, means bank account, it was in the details I recorded. It's for capital introduced, £70,000. And then you can see BP, it stands for bank payment for a motor van, delivery van for £9,200, and the VAT on it was £1,840. And you can see the dates are appearing on the top, 1st of January 2019 until 31st of December 2019. So this is the audit trail report. It's quite big, depending on the size of transactions in that company. Next, run a period trial balance at 31st of January 2019. Yes, I have been showing you how to check your trial balance. So click on nominal codes. On the top, click on trial balance, press preview, change the month, which is January 2019, and the trial balance is here. So you can see the figures are in blue color. If I hover my mouse over any of these figures, I can click and I can see the transactions. So for example, this petty cash, if I click on petty cash balance, I can see all the transactions related to petty cash, so I can see that how the system worked out 1,433.80 pence in the petty cash, which is the closing balance. Next is the profit and loss account for the month of January. So if I click on nominal code again, on the top I can see profit and loss. I'll click on profit and loss, preview it from January to January, press OK, and you can see this is my profit and loss account or income statement. So sales is on the top, less my cost of sales. This is the gross profit, which is 24,000. All the expenses have been subtracted, and 6,680 is the total expense, and the net profit is 17,489 pounds is the profit. So here's your profit and loss account. The next requirement, number 8, is to extract a balance sheet report. On the Sage software, in the nominal accounts, on the top there is a balance sheet option. So click on balance sheet, press run. And you can see this is a balance sheet. All the fixed assets and current assets are there. Current liabilities, non-current liabilities are there. So the total is 87,489, which is equals to capital and the profit. Notice that the profit 17,489 has been extracted from profit and loss account statement, and the total is 87,000. So assets minus liabilities is 87,000 is equals to capital, which is also 87,000. So this is our balance sheet. The new name is Statement of Financial Position. The last report is run a quick ratio at the end of January. So quick ratios are calculated. So we need to click on nominal codes and then click on reports, and then click on nominal details, and over here there is a quick ratio report. So if in exam, for example, you forget where to click, then just go through each individual options available and you will arrive at quick ratios. So simply double click on it, change the month to January, which is the end of January, press OK, and here is the quick ratio report, which is debtors control account, bank current account, petty cash, and liabilities and sales type A. Okay, so this is the end of this video. All the reports which are in the question have been shown in this video, and I hope you'll find it useful. Thank you.